Yo, we all know that girl that all she do is get ice. we all
in the
know
little
that
white
one.
cup. In the white cup.
Baby,
I
if
ain't
you
gonna
don't get a
hold you.
bigger
I got
cup,
about 3 of them live in my house.
Bitch,
listen, you gotta get
she
you a
got
bigger
low
cup, though.
iron. No, you good, bro. You're ghetto. You ain't got low iron. You like chewing on chip fucking iron.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 97. I am look, you're not mistaken. There's 6 of us here. Let's go. We on go tonight.
That's because you was yelling at everybody. But go ahead.
Yo, listen, I didn't yell.
Go ahead.
Listen, I might have yelled, right? But my yelling comes from a place of sincerity.
We didn't say it was a problem. That's not.
It was good. I tried to let him know, like, bro, I'm having no problems with what you're doing.
He did. He newlywed. That's why he started explaining this shit. We all got it.
Hey, yo, listen.
But yo, see what happened was.
What I say? I said, I totally understand what you're going through. I said, I agree.
Hey,
that's
yo,
the
listen.
agreeing phase right there.
He's like, I ain't snapping. D-Lo was like, yo, he snapped. I said,
oh, he get it. Listen, he get it the worst. Yo, but I was out with me and my father-in-law be hanging out, and I gotta be the rail to the Neef, like, cause he be snapping. we was in Lowe's yesterday, right? So we get some stuff, whatever. So main man like so I'm like, yeah, can I use my military discount, whatever. Use a military discount. So boy, like, well, you gotta sign up for the Lowe's Privilege Group Award. He was like, no, you don't. He's like, no, you don't. Go get your manager right now. I'm like, listen, man, that 10%, I'm only spending $50. Like, I'm just ready to rule. I still had to smoke the grill. Look, my father-in-law be spazzing, you know? I gotta be cool. Like, hey, come on, man. Come on, not right now, man. Just relax. And I meant to tell y'all real quick before we start. I know about to get into this, about to get serious. So it had to be like 2 weeks. Matter of fact, it was right after the George. Well, this kind of goes into the
intro first. You want to get into a whole story before we intro?
Yeah, real quick, because I'm already there.
Oh, Jesus.
So George Lloyd is right after the George Lloyd thing, right?
Who the fuck is George Lloyd? Yo, his name is George Floyd.
George Floyd, my bad.
Hold on, man. We about to start over.
Yo, my bad, yo. Yeah. George Floyd. Hold up. Please forgive me. George Floyd. So it's right after George.
Let's just hope that brother George Lloyd is alive.
Right.
And doing well. Anything I know I'm gonna be calling him like, yo, George, you good, baby?
Hey, brother George Lloyd, whoever you are out there, man.
I hope all is well with you.
All is well with you, brother.
Yeah.
No, I only gonna tell my story now. Yo, I'm done, yo. This is Brothers Talking Shit. Episode 97. I am the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who got no problem calling you broadish, and that's all I'm giving y'all today.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty.
And I'm Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, a.k.a. your favorite foot doctor, also known as the People's Podiatrist. New nickname alert. Generational curse breaker and 40-acre taker. We coming for you. We just some brothers talking shit.
Oh, he worked on that one.
We just some brothers talking.
It's because I'm light skinned and I gotta follow up behind great fucking things like that. Because it's hard to fucking you can't stage that one. Hey, look, man, this your boy Jew, aka the Charm God, aka Juice. I'm gonna leave it at that. This all Cool Mike tonight. So hey, that's a fucking dope ass intro. Oh, it's me, Jay, the guy who lives dumpster trucks.
You know what it is. It's your boy, Jay, Big Belly Rude Boy, you know, and I'm lifting niggas up tonight. Let's go.
All right.
Hold up. North Philly Hassan.
North Philly Jay. There we go.
North Central Philly Jay.
Right, North Central, right.
Hey, man, it's JB here before 9. Brothers talking shit. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Once again, I want to apologize for the joy. I was a little worked up. I'm drinking wine and liquor, so I ain't got no beer. So I want to know what y'all feelings, how y'all feeling 2 weeks after the George Floyd's death. I want to know how y'all feeling about just that in general right now.
I ain't never seen white people this scared. Shit.
Man, me personally, I'm gonna make it quick because I know everybody got something. Often, like, I think a lot of the stuff that's happened recently, you know, it's been
white folks, quote unquote, enlighten. I ain't really a big fan of like enlightening white folks this late in the game with this much information that we have readily available. So, us putting ourselves on the line, protesting, being on the front lines while white people still complicit in the entire establishment of, what racism is. Man, we lost a brother. You know what I'm saying? It took us losing another brother, another sister, another, more of our blood being in the streets for quote unquote white people to be like, oh, okay, all right, let's take a knee. Let's wear the kente cloth. Let's perform and show that there's unity. Man, they still gonna vote the same way. They've been voting to protect themselves, which is gonna continue to hold shit on further. So I thought I felt good about it, but as it goes on, like today when I saw fucking Nancy Pelosi in there with that, with the kente cloth shit on, I was like, wait, is this a SNL skit? What the fuck is this? Like, are they serious? Like this is what the movement is. We need Nancy Pelosi to wear some fucking 1995 graduation shit.
Man, listen. I that shit was an SNL skit. First of all, I just seen the fact that she couldn't get up. Did y'all see that shit?
Go ahead. No.
Y'all seen she couldn't get up? Y'all ain't seen?
Nah.
Hold up, who is she?
Who is she? I saw the pics. That was it.
Nancy Pelosi?
Yes.
Senate minority leader. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody can convince me that Nancy Pelosi doesn't worship the devil. My bad. Go ahead.
Chuck, you can't tell me Chuck Schumer. You can't tell me Chuck Schumer as soon as that shit was over. You don't get this shit off of me. Get this nigga shit off of me.
Here's what I appreciate.
She is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, Speaker of the House.
Right.
Correct. Yes.
In the 2 weeks since then, here's what I appreciate. I've laid low just from kind of consuming stuff like that, just to protect my own spirit in general, right? But I am happy to see people that were stuck in the house all over the world in the pandemic come together for the first time, not even seemingly, for the first time in some form of unison, right? For Black folks specifically. Like everybody kind of collective, this swell of had enough of this shit. All we can hope for and pray for, really, and expect, how I look at it, is the beginning of the beginning, if that makes sense, right? Like, I'm not discounting civil rights and all of that kind of stuff, but it definitely feels different. It feels different, especially, we talked about it from before, like 40 and under, this shit feels different. The 20-something-year-olds ain't really with they with all the shit. So I ain't with like just seemingly voting and like, so I find, for as much as anything else in any recent history, it seems like momentum has a chance to keep going. I like the fact, as crazy as it sounds, that white women are being assaulted by the police on camera, right? So their views will forever be tainted. Old people getting pushed down and blood coming out their ears. Hey, the thing that changed the sentiment of Vietnam was people seeing it for the first time. My understanding is it was broadcast. The brutality of war is broadcast, and so it was like, oh, we don't like this. So all white men and white women, and you kind of used to Black bodies being treated like that on camera with impunity. I like that more people are in the streets. That gives more people a chance to get busted upside the head by police and maybe affect some change. Defunding the police, those are not small feats. I still believe, fuck all that kente cloth kneeling and getting stuck. She got stuck in the kneel, bro. You got to go look at that. But
yeah, I will.
Yeah, but like, and then fuck all of that. You can change this shit overnight. I keep saying it. We are not finna keep dying in the streets like this. This shit will keep burning if we keep dying in the streets. So either or. If we die, they got to go to jail, get prosecuted like regular. And nobody's even expecting a system of white supremacy to change overnight. You inherently got to believe it's disingenuous, right? Because why would somebody just willfully, reluctantly give up any power that they may have? But I even say, so far as crazy as sound, without trying to dismantle the whole system overnight, which is impossible, you could definitely stop killing us in the streets overnight, connect some money to that shit and stop it. Because if that was a white boy or if this was a string of white people or white women or whatever, all these were white, that shit would change. And we know it overnight, just like the opioid crisis versus the crack 80s. Get it right,
Yeah.
change it overnight.
So, hey, cool.
Yeah.
So, do you think that this influence will ultimately defund the money to the police departments? Because I've always said this myself, like to close the gap in regards to the economic difference between us and them, it starts with education. Like you go to like when I was at work the other day, we was riding through Savannah, Maryland, or whatever, right? And you see how big these schools are and how updated and to the blind eye, you would think, okay, Savannah is like this mass affluent neighbor, zip code or city, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like those people work the same jobs like everybody else, but
Fuck that education.
Yeah.
How about that?
No, I strongly disagree.
How about that?
Like education.
Dr. Michael Robert Smith Jr., terminally read. Fuck that education. Why?
What you mean?
That's like what? Who gonna get the money?
That's
white
what I'm
women,
saying. So if you
white
take
women
if
to
you
teach
take
your
the
black
money,
sons, white women to teach your black sons. Yes, who gets the money. I'm talking about. You talk about funding a outdated educational system that only sends us to prison now. Fuck that educational system. So I'm saying I'm with defunding, but I'm not. It's not a straight linear line to success in education. Fuck that too. You got to revamp the whole thing. That's part of the white supremacy system. It ain't gonna change overnight, but fuck that education. How about that?
Yo, give me some land before you give me some education.
Well, okay. But let's look at it like this. Let's think about it like this. I get what I'm split, and here's why. Totally understand what y'all saying about fuck the education as far as the systemic side. But I think what Jordan is talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it's not only just the education that they have had for so long, but I think it's the exposure that they're getting. Because it's like, I remember, okay, like in Houston, I'm from South Park, inner city. And Houston is really pockets of all that shit. But when you get outside of Houston to certain places like the Pearlands and, maybe Katy, further out in Katy, you just get a different economic structure. You get a different type of situation going on. So I can remember in 2003, when I graduated from high school, those kids were learning, I'm 35. So, those kids were learning shit like they were talking tech. They were talking technology. They were talking a different paradigm and a different reality. So I think we also kind of play down
Create our
that.
own schools.
No, it's so cool.
It's just like you said earlier.
For sure.
It's a new era coming. It's a new era. Once social media.
I think you're missing my point. Like, I'm not saying like you defund the police system and then you further on the already established education system. Like, we still need the money. You know what I'm saying? That money still has to be allocated properly.
No middleman. Whatever you about to say is the middleman, I'm gonna say no.
The ideals of we need the money
right for what
middleman shit is old and outdated, right? Because all of the things we enjoy came from a free thinking motherfucker with an idea, right?
Right. And that ain't involved school,
right?
Okay.
Everybody's phone that we have right now, that motherfucker dropped out of school, right?
Okay.
But the idea of let me
fair.
get these CDs off a shelf and put them on a fucking hard drive. They laughed in his face, right? Right? So the thing that we're recording on right now came from a motherfucker who dropped out of school, right? And so education and the people that are most wealthy in this world, when you try to define wealth, which is really the freedom to do what the fuck you want to do, is what it boils down to. And not
to further
education is a farce, yo.
But to further Juice's point,
right?
To further Juice's point, that exposure, right?
Created.
But here's the thing: Steve Jobs ain't just Steve Jobs out of the womb. You know what I'm saying? So he had some level of exposure to get an understanding of what he wanted to do in regards to freedom.
No. Jordan, you talking
No.
reparations.
Yeah, that's
Jordan, you
crazy.
talking reparations. Jordan,
Yeah,
give your family a check and you figure out what the fuck to do with your family. How about that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to give it to nobody
I don't
else.
want to give it to nobody else. Exactly.
I
Whether
think,
that's
but
save it,
no,
spend it.
no.
Yeah, go ahead, Juice.
Okay, so Jordan, so because I'm gonna go to their point too. So Jordan, are you saying that? Okay, clarify what you meant as far as like education and the allocation of
So
funds to education.
so on the level in regards to the people that my people, right? So all of us may not necessarily be in a position for one mentally to feel like they want to be a free thinker and establish themselves and take that chance in regards to creating their own, right? There has to be a contingency for our people on that level, so that they can live a certain type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And I bring up that specific neighborhood and like in regards to some quote unquote Vernon Park, because that's a blue collar neighborhood, right? They're not putting all that money into their policing. They put that money into their schools. That's
I think
they
we have that. We have that as African Americans and Black people because
You
we
create it.
know what
I'm on
we know where we want to go. No matter if you're working that 9 to 5 on the corner or you working 9 to 5 at the job, you know what your end goal is. So you have that mindset in the education.
Not
Nobody
everybody though,
fucking
right?
wants to work a 9 to 5. You're only doing it because somebody told you that that's what you should do. That's
Right.
it. Nobody fucking wants to get up and go to work at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so
9 o'clock in the morning, that's late. Nigga, I'm at work at 6.
I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? But as
And I
a
think
cook,
you don't want to get up.
Nobody wants to do that. If I gave you $1 million right now, you're not going to fucking get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go punch that man clock.
No,
you're not
I get
doing it.
I get to work at 6 o'clock. I get up at 4 o'clock.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. That's besides the point. You're not doing that is my point. Right? So if somebody says, here's the money in the world to take care of your family and do those things, you're not going to do that. And the fact that you're devoid of a free thinker is that they didn't want you to be, right? And I used to always tell my wife, I said, you know why I ain't never go to Harvard? She like, why? I was like, nobody told me I fucking could. That never fucking came up.
That literally happened.
Hold on.
That's what came up.
What happens? What happens? Hold on. What happens though?
ahead.
Because when we kids, like Lyric just told me, like you talk to your kids, you ask them what they want to be. I got 11 and a 10-year-old. What they about to be 12 and 11.
Yeah.
But Lyric says she wants to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We kids, none of us say we want to be probably what we are when we're that young. Everybody wants to be something else.
But it's your job to tell her to own the law firm.
Right. On the building that owns that rents the law firm. You could do that with a fucking no degree, with no college, with no high school diploma. You could own the commercial real estate that owns the law firm. How about that? Because nobody told me that shit. And when I was Dr. Mike and they denied me a week's vacation after 6.5 years on the job, that's why it is what it is right now. And I say, fuck your education. It is a farce. Don't give it. If you want to get your kids to
Cool, why are you yelling at me, Cool?
We want to get our kids. We want to get it. Because I understand, reallocate the money. But we are not falling for this okie doke no more generation. How about that?
Well, hold on. Most of us, it's some motherfuckers that's going to fall for it. We know some motherfuckers.
Everybody can't go.
It's our job to clear that shit up. You tell your daughter she can be a lawyer all she wants, but she need to own the building that she goddamn practicing law in. Tell her that. That's what,
period. It don't matter. It don't matter how. Period. Just tell her that, and that's you did your job as a father.
This is how I bring this home. What we're really talking about here is the ability to access information. People in the past that have been able to get to the right information at the right time and have access have had success. Due to oppression, crack, all kind of bullshit, whatever, that kind of veered us off into other shit to where we didn't really want to seek information. We just want to seek how to survive. Okay.
That's
so now that we've got
Juice, and I'm gonna let you finish. But what I'm saying is, the same people that run these Fortune 500 companies are the same people who are running them on the corner. Go ahead, Juice. I'm sorry, bro. My apologies. Yeah, go ahead.
So now that we really don't have to survive like that anymore, now that we have, everybody on this podcast is middle class. You know what I'm saying? Like when I take my kids to, like, this is the first time, dog, where none of my friends, nobody lives in the hood. I'm taking my kids to lofts, homes, whatever it is, and people are making pretty good income. Even kids maybe in lower income neighborhoods have access to the cell phone, so they have access to information. The internet has evened the playing field. So now us as Black people, we like, hey, I could pick up this phone and really do what the fuck I want to do and make $1 million. Oh yeah, you fucking can.
Right,
and so
JB.
that's the revolution we're really seeing. Right now, we're seeing Black people say, you know what? Hey, I can do this like this. I don't even need him. This is why we're like, fuck y'all. We don't give a fuck. We'll tear this bitch down because we are the new thing. So to your point, Cool, now that we know this, we don't have to go seek what's already in us. All we have to do is improve that and then grow and expand. Boom.
Right. Monetize whatever the fuck
but
you
middle
are.
class is a lie too. It's from $50,000 to $350,000. What the fuck? Look, this is the only place in the world where that range is so high. I'm telling you, the person that make 50 grand is not living the same way the person that make 350 grand.
At all.
They not even
They not the same
bro.
neighborhood. They not the same neighborhood.
Bro, you got lower middle class, middle class, and upper middle class.
Yeah.
Right? That's how the rich been lying to us, bro.
Yeah.
The poverty level is 12.5. Who the fuck is living off of 12.5?
Brother, how do we create everything and own nothing? Right?
Man,
How do they continue to
That's crazy.
y'all niggas
crazy.
still signing
Okay,
deals
cool.
for real? Y'all niggas still signing deals for real? Like not judging, because I was one of them dudes. Right? I had to be a check getting dude to be told, no, here go a week's vacation, right? But waking up is a process. It don't just, the alarm clock don't go off, right? We crawl into this awakening, right?
Everybody wakes up at a different time.
Yeah,
everybody wakes up at a different time.
Ain't nobody mad. It's actually a glad thing. You know what I'm saying? When you realize when you remember who the hell you are and you touch back generations on it now, hey, okay, we see what it is. We see what it is. You just got to stop killing us in the street. And we probably good for that.
The other thing to that, Cool, is you can wake up, but depending who you're around is going to when you wake up. If you're around some clown ass dude all day, you're not going to wake up until you be like, oh, I just got shorty pregnant and now I got to be a father. So now you're going to realize I got to go out here. I can't be hanging out till 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I got to be at work at 6. So if you hanging around the dudes, it's like, oh, we can go get a few drinks and then we going back to the house because we got to be at school. We got to punch that clock in the morning. So it just depends on everybody's waking upness, if that's a word. But
it is the day. You brother talking shit. We made it up.
Waking upness.
Yeah. I think you need a teacher though. Like sometimes you need a teacher. Like for me, like my road to consciousness came at 17 years old when a motherfucker started talking about Africa to me. You know, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, but when the motherfucker started talking,
you was watching Belly, Juice. You was watching Belly.
No. So, this motherfucker right here. So, look, people, okay, they talk about hoteps now, but you know what I'm saying? Then there wasn't no hotep. You know what I'm saying? You had, Asher Kwasi and people like that were talking about Egypt and how they were black and really explained that shit. You know, that I took a liking to that shit. So that kind of started, okay, well, maybe we are being lied to. You know, when I had to read books and see like, okay, this shit is really kind of fucked up now. You can see that shit. We all are able to see the lies and past the bullshit. We all able to see like, bro, like, I don't, like, it was a time growing up, we thought, well, not we thought, but, America put
I know what you meant. Yeah, for sure.
And white women, we thought white women were prettier. Man, hey, nigga,
I ain't never thought that.
Black women, some of the sexiest.
Ain't nothing like a black woman, dog.
But let me tell y'all about that. That is subjective to where you are and where you from and where you live. Right? True. I want to tell you, I lived in San Diego, California, and I asked my little brother about it, and I ain't gonna throw him out there, but I asked him about it. He said, bro, there's 2 black girls in the whole school. I'm destined to be with a goddamn Filipino girl or a Mexican girl.
Same way in Kentucky.
Northern Virginia, I used to make fun of my mans about it because I'm from Baltimore, so I didn't have an understanding. Then you move to San Diego, you're like, oh, Okay.
Right.
Right.
I went to
and
high
you
school
moved
in
to Texas, and you're like, oh, okay.
I went to high school in Northern Virginia. So
Right.
I went from at 14, I went from seeing black girls every day to being the second or third, dude that's black in the school. My first day when I went, I looked at my brother and was like, I can't go to school no more. He was like, wow. I said, it's too many white people. I didn't understand it. So, it just, like Real said, it just depends on where you're at in this world.
Access
Now,
is a motherfucker.
what Neff said, what Neef said, it's some sexy creatures, boy. I'm just trying to tell you. Sexy creatures.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, I did not expect us to get here. Like, I didn't expect us to go where we at. I got something for y'all though. But so let's talk about Donald Trump, man. I really want to get into this because this shit. First of all, I want to note my growth because, like, this week my TV has been on MSNBC. I'll probably watch more MSNBC in the last 2 weeks than I've watched combined in my whole life. Real shit. Like, I've really been. I turned 38 last week, so maybe that's it. But yeah, I'd be like tuned into MSNBC, just seeing the shit that's going on, man, and just seeing what's going on. So the Donald Trump, he breaks up a riot with force for the photo op in front of the St. John's Church in D.C. Shit really, really was like, yo, boy, really on some shit. Like, and really, it really stems from what they saying basically is that because people were saying that, oh, they had him in a bunker and all that, that it was on some shit like, oh, I'm not gonna let y'all think that he said the bunker situation was, oh, we went down there just to see how it was, just in case we ever got to use it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some young boy shit, like, I got to show everybody how tough I am or how low my balls hang instead of, it just being what it was. So what you do is you go out there with the military and use the military to go have a photo op with the fucking Bible upside down. Like, this nigga's a whole fucking clown. The king of broadish. No doubt. I want to know how y'all feel about that, man, and him breaking out the military and all.
You know what? He breaking out the military. I mean, he's, like it or not, he's the most powerful person right now, right? So you're not supposed to use the military on your homeland, all right? That's what you have, the Secret Service. That's what you have all these other 3-letter agencies for. What I love the most about this is anytime he goes home now, he has to see Black Lives Matter in yellow.
Yo, we go. I was gonna get there.
That's what I love the most about this.
Jay, hold down, Jay. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. I just want to know how y'all feel. We gonna please keep that thought.
Feeling about him doing that. I mean, what did you expect he was gonna do? Tweet? Oh, I'm upstairs, guys, come and see me. No, he gonna come outside. He gonna walk down the street, move them back, and then let's go. And you know what I mean? He's gonna get in there. So I was not surprised by it because his actions alone has already told and showed everybody, who he is. So if you were surprised by that, then you have not watched NBC, whatever that show he's watching, and all the rest of these news channels, because
it shouldn't be new to you.
Yes, it's not new to you. From grabbing in the pussy to where we're at now, he has done some wild stuff. He has said some wild stuff on his social media. So,
I mean, if we're being honest, though, listen, I don't give a fuck about any of it. Because at the end of the day, before all this shit popped off, I didn't have anything to worry about. This is where people need to separate the programming from your reality. I'm not oppressed right now, dog. I do what the fuck I want to do. I work for myself. I'm a nigga that talk the way I talk with dog teeth in my fucking mouth, with a family who takes care of my family. Nobody's stopping me from doing what the fuck I want to do. I don't give a fuck what he was on, okay? Now, all the shit that he's got going on, that's just a part of this whole little play that they got going on. All this shit, dog, is all a part of some big fucking play. And
the play, hold on, the play, the juice, the play is called re-election.
I mean, that don't help him do it. That don't help him do
it. Listen, it's not just re-election.
What you mean?
It's a global.
Hold on, it's global, but so that helps him with whoever loves Donald Trump, right? If you love Donald Trump, he's like, oh, let me go out here and show how much power I got. What does that show? Oh, they can't do what they want. They can't march when they want if I come out here. So
Is that what that showed? That showed that
that's
to you, Jay?
showing.
We're not his
That's what he's
base.
showing.
We're not his
Yeah,
base.
that's showing his base. That's
Okay.
showing his base that I can do what I want. Oh, I'm gonna move them back. I don't have to stay in this house. You know
Hey
what I'm
man,
saying?
I don't think he's gonna get reelected now. And I'm
Really?
gonna tell you why. I
Really?
think before this, yes, but because of this world play we have going on, I think that this definitely has made it's gonna make it even harder for him to get in, because I think people of each party saw how incompetent he really was in a situation like this. I think for what he initially came in for, or was projected to come in for, it worked well. But I think right now it's like, dog, you can't be that fucking incompetent on the wire. I don't give a fuck who it is. They ain't gonna tell you, but
Bro,
they're not gonna vote that
we're in the
nigga back.
same
I'm gonna say this.
space
I'm gonna
we're
say
in.
this.
Again, we're in the same space we were 4 years ago when you have somebody in the Democratic Party who they're going to run a smear campaign on, and I open up my
Right.
Facebook every fucking day, and people are
Right.
already bashing Joe Biden. I'm gonna vote
Right.
for. Well, yeah, you think you are, but
Trump going dog walk Joe Biden.
we not even
You think so?
galvanized. You fucking right.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
this.
yo,
I'm gonna tell you
that
this.
shit
Hey,
ain't even
Listen,
gonna
G,
go.
The
That shit
Okay.
ain't gonna
memes that's
Why?
gonna come from
Jeez.
from the debates alone. Trump will dog walk wrong.
That
That
shit
shit
ain't
he
gonna
gonna
be
dog
close.
walk Biden.
So,
ass.
G,
Dog
Biden
walk.
looking
if
down.
you don't think Trump is gonna get reelected, juice,
mm,
whatever
mm.
you're drinking, I will buy.
No,
I'll tell you
listen.
that now.
Listen. I heard like you got his own people talking against him. Like
Dog,
Matters
listen, bro.
none,
That
bro.
shit don't
Matters
matter. That
none,
shit
Listen,
bro.
don't
bro.
matter,
It's who
bro.
he's
Listen,
going
Nick,
against.
Trump
listen,
said
dog.
grab him
Nick,
by the pussy
he's
and beat a woman.
Yeah.
No, listen, dog.
Nick,
Listen.
Nick.
Nigga, Trump is
He
in Epstein's black book.
This
With,
corona shit, bro, got people
Tell
so fucking afraid, bro. Listen, I just
I'm
put
with
up a
you,
post.
Juice.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
I put up a post on Facebook
Yeah,
this yesterday,
yeah.
and I was basically saying the corona shit is, it's real, but it got upplayed. I read it. Now, regardless to who the fucking person was or the newspaper that wrote it, whether it was satire or not, it still made a very good fucking point, and I like good fucking points.
Yeah.
People got in the comments, dog, and I mean, you could have sworn I said that I fucked with Hitler himself. It was like, what the fuck? People are so on all sides of this thing, whether you're Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. And when nobody's saying it, but when they deep into this fucking corona thing and they think about that, their lives, their themselves over this motherfucker, they ain't gonna tell your black ass what they gonna do, but they gonna vote for whoever else is gonna come.
Juice.
I'm telling you why.
53% of America last election didn't vote because they didn't know who to vote for. 50.
Right.
Oh, that's more than the people. So now that the people see what he's done,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be like, okay, he did this. He did. My personal
But
belief, right?
Yeah.
If Donald Trump did not have a Twitter finger or social media, he might make a good president. He might. But since he can't control that, that's what his downfall is.
I want all my presidents tweeting from now on. How about that?
Hey, yo.
I think he's a good president.
How about
Hey,
that?
bro,
I think he's a good president.
it's not Trump versus coronavirus. It's not Trump versus Black Lives Matter. It's not Trump versus the Minneapolis, Minnesota police or the Minnesota fucking Timberwolves. I don't care. It's Trump versus Biden, and and Joe Biden can't beat Donald Trump. That's my point. It's not Trump versus the field, bro.
It's
You know
not
what
going to
I'm
happen.
saying? We can bring up
so
all
next
these
year.
issues, but what I'm saying is, when
This
I
shit like
turn
Tiger
around and
on
watch
Sunday.
motherfucking Joe Biden do the things that he do, and all Trump is going to do is turn the shit into a smack DVD.
Listen,
Shout out to Noriega for saying it,
Right,
and Joe Biden ain't gonna make it keep up. Yo, he not
called it.
Bro, Joe Biden gonna be on that stage talking about Roe v. Wade in the 70s, and Trump is gonna say, "I don't give a fuck."
Trump gonna say some shit like, "Yo, stop fucking him. Stop fucking him."
Yeah.
Down.
And then he just said that. He just said about marching with Martin Luther. And I'm like, yo, that's back there. What we talking about now?
Trump, he playing by the old rules. Joe Biden, Trump playing by the new ones.
Can I ask you a question?
Can I ask you a question?
Do we not? Okay, but listen, but like no other time, we are in a time now that's way different from any other time before. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Correct.
We're in a time right at this moment that we've never been in. So that means that people's perspective is really going to be fucking different this time around. It's like, yeah, we like that shit, but nigga, you know how many people have lost jobs? You know how many industries won't come back? Like, yeah, I get it. He was, like I said before this, to me, he was a great president. He was doing good. That's why I think this is some bullshit. Now, when this bullshit popped up, it's like, it's going to look like, I deal with the science. It's going to look like he was on the watch and this shit happened.
You're not talking about the science, Juice. We're going to talk about him saying, let's blame it on China, and then fucking chanting at the rallies about Corona being China, Corona being China, Corona being China. And motherfuckers going to vote. I'm telling you.
But everybody knows China did it. Listen.
Right, so you can't blame that on him. You can't blame the recession on him. You create a war, or you create a firestorm with China. Why should I tell you?
Hey, Juice, do you
too much Juice? It's almost November. Too much. Juice, why should I tell you by August?
I feel you, Juice. But do you understand how irrational these people that his loyalists are? Like these people get on the internet. These people get on the internet every day, right? And with the whole these last couple of weeks, they've been on there. I logged off of my shit. I ain't really. The first time I logged on to Twitter last 2 weeks was today, and then I logged off once I saw that Nancy Pelosi shit. Well, anyway, so when I saw it. I saw the shit, and then I'm looking at the comments, and they like, well, all lives matter. What about such and such, such and such? What about black on black crime? When you start comparing police officers to criminals, they telling on themselves. So when they say shit like black on black crime, I'm like, wait, these motherfuckers they comparing people who are committing a crime to police officers and trying to justify, well, y'all should be worried about this. No, they took an oath. They supposed to be upholding the law. They supposed to actually work for us. They supposed to kill it. But these people are irrational, bruh. Like they will take whatever the fuck he gives them to get. Yeah. He has galvanized an entire fucking race of people, bruh.
It ain't going.
They not going back down. When it come to us, nigga. NASCAR did one of those videos or whatever similar to the NFL. If you look under the comments of that shit, you would have thought they peed on Robert E. Lee's flag or corpse with that shit. The crackers is cussing Dale Earnhardt Jr. out, bro. If they once they start cussing out Dale Earnhardt and fucking up NASCAR,
so man, they ready to go to war. What y'all think about?
You think that's gonna mean, man? Listen. What you think that's gonna mean at the polls? Listen, people can march on. You can't tell me it's a bunch of it's some people that's in the streets now with the shits that's disingenuous. There's no way you get a change of heart from seeing the knee in the neck of George Floyd all of a sudden. People,
exactly.
It's human nature to want to belong to something. So it's good. We're gonna take the momentum and we're gonna ride. But we're not getting rocked back to sleep and none of that. So what do you think that means for the polls with regards to people? I think people gonna still secretly vote for Trump. I don't
absolutely
and not admit it.
I told my
wife
yesterday.
Hey, whoa.
I told my wife yesterday. They're gonna be out protesting with us. They're gonna be out protesting with us because you can check that off your weekend to-do list. Like you can get that out of the way. That's on the honey.
No, that's something when they call you racist. When they call you racist 10 years from now, you be like, oh no. When George Floyd happened, I was out there.
Yeah, it was on your honey-do list. Like you check it off. Like remember, I was with the niggas when they. I
was with the niggas.
I don't know, George Lloyd. Remember?
I'm gonna say this though.
That's some chump shit. That's some chump shit right there.
I would name this episode George Floyd, but they go probably think.
Oh, they will flame us up.
No, they probably right.
She's not taking that heat.
A wise man once used this term. Shout out to my pop. But win, lose, or draw, Donald Trump, you are a cold bitch. I don't care what the fuck they talk about. Win, lose, or draw, nigga. I said it. Rumble me.
I mean, what y'all think they gonna do?
And I'll whoop Trump ass to the best of you. Line him up.
I give you that.
I don't want any Democrats to win. And first off, I seen niggas all on my timeline talking about, oh, they did a great job, and Like, dog, you niggas is blind. Nancy Pelosi is racist. I know she said nigga at least 3,000 times in her fucking lifetime. I know she worships the devil. All them motherfuckers is trash, bro. The Clintons, they're trash. They're the devil. They're the satanic. Like, all them motherfuckers, fuck them. They're racist. I don't want. And Joe Biden's a fucking pedophile. He's a fucking pedophile. This nigga's a creep. He looks
That's
like a
gonna
fucking
come
vampire.
out, bro. That's gonna come out, and he's gonna lose.
That ain't the pot. Hold up, they ain't the pot calling the kettle black though.
Bro, I'm about to say Trump on that.
The fuck is we talking about here?
You can't stomach a motherfucker who goddamn coming at you with the snaps, and you don't want to curse or you don't want to talk about his mother. You can't not have mama jokes in the mama joke competition.
Right.
That's my point, yo.
Like,
he won't go below the belt, and you can't beat a motherfucker who got elected after he said grab me the pussy.
What's the
old girl ain't no go low, come high.
What's Jess Larry said that shit. She said, I'm what the fuck I'm supposed to do? You say some wild shit to me in the comments. I'm gonna say some wild shit back. I'm gonna say some wildest shit to you.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, dog.
This shit part of the circus, and I don't think it matters. And if we talk about like
part, I don't think
when we talk about the theater of it all, we talk about the world. We're not talking about just the elections here.
Yeah.
This is a world theater in a world stage, and these are world players. Literally, that's why you hear it said like that. The world players, like when we talk about all of that and puppeteering and all of that, it that's what we're talking about. So Democrat, Republican, under Obama, we got killed in the street, right? Ergana, civil rights happened. What was Sandra Bland happened?
I got fired under Obama. Fuck Barack Obama.
Ergana didn't prosecute
you got who?
those police officers. Ergana didn't prosecute those police officers under President Obama. So we've been getting killed in the street. If Trump stop us getting killed in the street, period. That's where we at with it, or the shit can burn.
I agree, cool.
Who got a problem with that?
Right.
Who got a problem with that? Ain't nothing to fucking talk about. They keep talking about talk. Ain't nothing to talk about, Drew Brees.
Well,
I got a whole fuck you list, so let me know when I can go off. I got
all right, hold on real quick. let's talk about Black Lives Matter Plaza in DC by Mayor Bauer. DC Mayor unveils Black Lives Matter Plaza mural painted on 16th Street that said Black Lives Matter. Headed right up to the road of the White House, man. How y'all feel about that?
I don't know. I don't care.
It don't mean nothing.
I like it for
theater. Yeah, whatever.
Theater part of the play.
Nothing.
Oh,
yeah. The address of the White House is what now? 1600 Black Lives Matter way. So.
Cool drone shot. Hey. What's DC name? Chocolate City.
Chocolate City.
Listen, somebody lied to you. The
right.
census in 2010, it was more non-black people in DC than black people. Call it Mocha Latte City. Hispanic and white people. It's theater, but it's part of the play.
It's more than one way to get to the White House, right? So they don't have to take that street, right? I mean, you have a front and back, so they don't have to take that street. So people like, you know what? Let's take 18th Street or whatever the street is to get there. You can go around.
It's cool, but stop killing us in the street. That's all.
Right, yeah. Like, fuck out of here. Or let it burn, like Cool said. She called something on the usher to her, had to let it burn.
Right.
What do you think about Target, nigga?
Kanye bar.
What do you think is going to happen now that all these places are taking down Confederate leaders and flags?
They've been up for quite some time. Fuck out of here.
They had a good run.
That shit's a good run.
It's a show, right?
I like it.
Theater, right?
I like the fact symbolism is something. So there's strength in the fact that these symbols do go down. I appreciate that for what it is. Listen, everybody got a part in this theater. We all participate too, right? I'm not the one that's supposed to be down there with a picket sign. I'm supposed to be on the stage or behind the scenes. That's my part in this theater, right? So the idea that these getting taken down, it's somebody's job to do that. So I like that part, but it's part of the play, right? It's stop killing us in the street, and then it'll matter. I mean,
let me ask y'all this: as a guy from the North, and, we basically all from the North, but I don't really like that. Never struck nothing for me. Like I don't even look at flags or nothing. Like me seeing the Confederate flag don't make me, oh yo.
Okay.
I don't know. It don't resonate with me like that. Maybe
Juice
because I
only
don't
one
see
from the
it.
South, so
With
we got
me,
to have
Right.
time.
you ever? How long you ever been to the South?
No, I've probably been South. I was in San Antonio. Do that really count? I was down there
No.
for 2 and a
No.
Don't
No.
count. Not even close.
No.
Okay.
It don't count. Only because of the
That Confederate flag shit.
Okay, listen.
That was Neef's layover right there.
Virginia, where we lived at, was more South than the Alamo. But
Okay.
go ahead.
All right.
Growing
That
up,
Confederate flag
well,
shit.
whoa,
That Confederate
growing up
flag
in
shit is
Yeah.
is that shit divisive, bro. That's them drawing the line. Like sometimes they just letting you know what's up.
Now, I want to hear from my brother from the South, yo. Like, go ahead,
Go ahead,
Juice.
Juice.
Growing up in Houston, dog, I've always seen kick-ass motherfucking white boys riding around with their trucks and the Confederate motherfucking flag on it. And it's widely known places like Vidor, Texas, and all these other places outside. Okay, so let's talk about Texas for a minute. It's very much so the fucking South. Now, you can go to certain places like San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. Now it's very, it's a wide range of people. So you may not get that vibe like that, but they're here, especially around these little towns. I think people get that misconception with Texas because during the time of the civil rights era, the media here didn't really talk about things that went on here. People was getting lynched and fucked up here heavily. I remember
let them go to Beaumont. They gonna have a different perspective.
Dude got drugged. Dude got drugged in 1998 in Jasper, Texas.
Bro, so
that happened.
Check this out.
98.
I was in the first. First grade. First grade, 1991, dog. This white lady comes and she's talking about different cultures to the kids. And she starts like saying, "Oh, you're brown, you're brown, you're a nigger, and you're a nigger, and like dog, even us as kids, we was like, we didn't necessarily.
She called y'all niggas?
Dog, she said she called us niggas, dog, and this is in 1991, dog, down here.
That's
so like,
insane, bro.
Like, dog, when you
before your 10th birthday, that's fucking insane. But go ahead.
When you talk that Confederate shit down here, that shit mean that could be your life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a motherfucker riding around with that mean, hey, this could be a problem for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so
we lived in Kentucky, head of the KKK, right?
30 miles from my fucking house.
Shepherdsville, Kentucky is the head of the KKK. Grand Wizard on. Why my unit decided to have a ball there, had no idea. When you get to this brief of this military base, they say certain places we want you to stay out of. And Shepherdsville, Kentucky is one of them. Yeah. Why? Like, that's the head of the KKK. My brother, you know what I'm saying, decided to live there. As you said, I'm going down there, I get lost. I pull up at a AutoZone or whatever. One of those trucks rolled up on me. And you know what I heard? Boy, you know where you at? And the only thing they heard was the click-clack, and then they pulled off. But like he said, it's real. So some people gonna be upset by it. It ain't going away.
Yeah, motherfuckers is mad like dog. Like
fuck
you gotta understand when motherfuckers have seen that like they changed school names.
You say fuck Kentucky?
They changed school names, bro. They changed a lot of stuff because of the connotation it has. So, but a lot of people was mad.
Well, Juice, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't at one point Texas operating as an independent country of itself outside of the federal government?
I'm so glad you talked about that. So what happened was this. Okay.
Well, they tried to, and then they couldn't.
This is what happened from the union. Texas. What happened was this. Texas was a part of Mexico, and what happened was Texas was also like the rest of the southern part of the country. You know what I'm saying? Was plentiful in cotton. The Mexicans could not get rid of the Native Americans. So what they did was they let the Anglo-Saxon come in. Now, they were skeptical about it because they were bringing slaves. But the whole plan the whole time was to come in and get the cotton. So really, that's what the whole Alamo thing was about. They took it over so they could go ahead and come up on the cotton, but they was fighting Native Americans. And so they decided to, come in, and they really just took that bitch over. So they came in initially.
Like they was helping.
Right, like they was helping, so they took it over. So then Texas becomes independent.
Just like white folks.
So Sam Houston, you know what I'm saying, who was, he's oddly enough born in Virginia, governor of Tennessee, then becomes governor of Texas, right? Okay, what happens is he comes from he comes and helped like liberate. They liberated the Alamo and all that shit from the Mexicans and all that. Okay, so it becomes independent, but then the Union, it gets into the Union. Okay, it gets into the Union. It becomes a part of that. And oddly enough, it should, because Sam Houston was a Union soldier. Then he was a governor of Tennessee. Then he comes to Texas. Okay, so we get into the Union. It's a southern place. They had slaves. That's how he become a part of the first 7 to secede from the Union and become the Confederate States of America. So yeah, I mean, it was independent. That's why they say Six Flags over Texas. You had, you know what I'm saying? Well, Six Flags, the whole Six Flags company, by the way, is because of Texas. Got the Six Flags over Texas. You had, I think it was Mexico, well, Spain, Mexico, I think France, and it was independent. Then, of course, the United States and something else. I don't know them all, but it's been different, territories, because it was a part of Louisiana Purchase at one time too, for pieces of Texas. So I sound like a fucking history teacher, huh?
Hey, yeah, you got all that shit.
Yeah, I
down,
remember.
boy.
I remember that shit. I remember that shit from school.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, but that's how it happened. But I mean, Texas is very like, well, it's anywhere in the South, Louisiana's for sure. My people from Louisiana too. Like that shit is like, bro, it's just they get real down here. Like, dog, not only do you gotta worry about niggas, you gotta worry about the crackers.
I prefer my crackers like the southern ones, because at least I know what's up. Up here, man,
you like your racism overt?
Yeah, I like my shit
Very
over the
obvious.
top. Like, I want you to have KKK tatted on your skull. Like, like, let me know off top. That way, you move how you move, I move how I move.
Just don't knock on my door, ask me for shit. I ain't got no brown
oh,
sugar, no ketchup, not a motherfucking thing.
But Martin Luther King,
that shit, they motherfuckers be talking in your face, asking, do you want Starbucks, telling you your kids are pretty, and then they really hate you.
Martin Luther King said some of the most racist shit he ever saw, though, was in Illinois. Like, at the end
Chicago.
of the day, at the end,
That's
like,
what,
even, go ahead.
Chicago is what got, quiet as it's kept, Chicago is what got Martin Luther King killed.
That's
in my opinion.
So Dr. Robert, rest his soul, he was from Mississippi, and he used to always say it just like y'all just said it. So we went to school in Cleveland, Ohio. He said, man, I'd rather my racists, I know where they stand. He said, back home, the white guys be in they big trucks, you know what I mean? They 150s, they 250s, or they Chevys or whatever. They dualies or whatever, with their Confederate flag waving. But if they over there and I'm over here, they over there and I'm over here. He said up here, they will shake your hand, laugh in your face, come to your stuff, you know what I mean? Act like, and stab you in your back, right? So I rather my racism up front. He used to always say it, and I never forget it. It's so true. Let me know where you stand. That's why I appreciate Donald Trump. For that, I appreciate him for standing on whatever he say. He don't backtrack on nothing that he's do.
One of the biggest benefits of him being in office is that he has made the lines clear as day. Like, there's no blurred lines where the people who support him stand, and he's made it clear as to where he stands. Even when he tries to be subtle about it, it's very clear and obvious that, hey, look, we gonna keep this shit separate. And y'all over there, we over here. It's war. It's gonna be war until I say it ain't.
I mean, hold on. Who says you say when it stops? Because if we warn, you're not going to tell me to quit until I'm finished. Fuck all that.
But you know who scares me more than a racist white man? You know who really scares me?
White women?
A fucking sorry ass, stepping, fetching ass nigga who wanna be white and fuck with white people. And them black bitches too, who hate black men because they can't fucking get one. They're gonna be scary when this shit pop out, because they gonna tell first. Especially the nigga that think, I got to go get me a job with that fucking crack over there instead of going out there and doing your shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go Lyft drive, go Uber drive, go do some shit, nigga. Go do something else. Take some of that drug money and put it in the right spot. You won't have to fuck with that motherfucking 9 to 5. But them the motherfucking people that scare me the most, because they bought into this whole Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump is, what I'm saying, they bought into that, or many of them, you know what I'm saying, and they fuck with Donald Trump because it's both people on both sides that fuck with the racists at both points.
The last recession, the corporations got bailed out. This recession, Trump gave the people some money. That's gonna matter to somebody.
Yeah.
They like that 1200.
True. And they talk about a second one now.
It's gonna matter to somebody.
There's some more. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna spend it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna invest.
Did you give it back? If you got it, did you give it back? Nope. You sure didn't, right?
Somebody that told you wrong. I had told you wrong. I done put that shit in my house. Let's talk.
I probably bought some briskets.
I probably bought some. You know what? Let's talk about Drew Brees because I don't even want to talk brisket right now. So Drew Brees, for those of you who don't know, Drew Brees is a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Fame in the NFL. Done a lot for his community and in New Orleans when they had Katrina and all that. I think he just spent $5 million on. What did he put $5 million to? The coronavirus.
I don't care.
I'm pretty sure. So Drew
He's a
Brees,
bitch.
It don't matter.
Yeah, like why you flying him in like that?
No,
listen, why you flying him in like that?
Because you gotta get some backstory, yo.
Right. I'm trying to step.
Yeah,
trying to take it to the next level.
Take it to the podcast next level. We gotta let him.
Damn.
Gotta let him contact
You flew his ass in real. You flew him in real nice on the lead jet, yo.
Yeah, listen, yo.
Go ahead, D, yo. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, we out here growing, yo. Go ahead, D. Let him get some contact.
See, that's the reason why I can't do what I gotta do. Y'all can't even let me finish my motherfucking sentences.
My bad.
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Drew Brees made the comment, I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America and our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played. And when I look at the flag of the United States, I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and the world a better place. Now grind them up.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. He's a bitch ass. You a bitch.
Fuck out it.
One of yo, ask. He need to tell his fucking grandfathers and ask him about how when in the fucking World War, some of the motherfuckers were shooting the black soldiers like in the field on their way back home, or
the part I'm mad about.
Or the GI Bill, they fucking getting their money, bro. Like, come on, man.
The part I'm mad about the most is he tried to come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean what I said."
He meant
the
it.
fuck
That's
you
the shit
did.
that killed me.
You wouldn't have wrote it if you did not fucking mean it. So don't come back and apologize for some bullshit. He trying to backpedal.
Like Cool said,
because niggas is not gonna block for you, or if Khalil Mack come through that goddamn line, he be like, "Oh yeah, he said that comment." He smacking them. So don't try to backpedal to save your ass. No, you meant by you say what you mean.
The first answer was
Hey Drew Brees, you bitch ass motherfucker. Why the fuck you gonna get a Shutterstock? Why you gonna get a Shutterstock fucking free image and put it on your Instagram and try to show that you fuck with us, you old pussy?
That shit was wild.
Like, no
Google black and white hand. And he took the first picture that came up
that he saw.
No Google black and white.
What was that, Sylvester Stallone that got there with Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
Yo,
Drew Brees.
What's crazy is you said an actor's name and then the character name. You ain't said Rocky and Apollo Creed. You said
Drew Brees.
My bad. Only I catch shit like that. My bad.
Don't call Kanye West me, yo. Fuck you, bro.
That's funny. He did say that shit. Go ahead. Cool, what you got, Cool? What you got,
Drew Brees, ask your grandfathers how they used to treat the black soldiers as a control group and things like Agent Orange and all them other the chemical testing, and the white soldiers as the non-control group, as if that was some sort of scientific experiment. Ask
this
about
is literally
that, Drew
going
Brees.
on to Tuskegee, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't talking about Tuskegee. We talking about in the military.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this
Agent Orange.
Or how they came back home to motherfucking Jim Crow. That happened.
Yeah.
Agent
Ask him,
Orange
Drew
killed my
Brees.
uncle. Agent Orange
Hey.
killed my uncle. Fuck you,
Yeah,
dude.
ask him.
Hey, yo, this is the one thing that stuck out to me, and maybe I'm bugging though. But the one thing that stuck out to me was he talking all this American shit and how, you know, the national anthem make his eyes watery and all that shit. 9/11 happened. This nigga, what college he went to?
Purdue.
He was still at Purdue, still being a quarterback. If your grandfather and them and you know what they did and them served and meant so much to you, when 9/11 happened, you should have got your what's my man named Pat Tillman on.
Tillman.
Man,
Put
that
that
shit be
football
capped.
down.
That shit be
Man,
capped.
Right.
They be
My thing
capping, dog.
is, he should have stuck his foot in the ground and stood by that shit. Like, don't
Exactly.
why
You
why
can't do
backing
that when
off
you
of-
with Michael Thomas and Malcolm Jenkins, because they real. But
Cameron
fuck
Jordan.
goddamn,
Cameron
fuck
Jordan.
Jenkins ain't
Michael
real.
Thomas ass too.
Jenkins a house nigga, but I fuck with Mike Thomas. He a house.
Hey, dog.
Hold
Anybody
on.
that's talking about,
Whoa. Did Jordan just diss a black athlete? Whoa, we gotta acknowledge this
but
shit.
they Uncle Thomas. He said they
He's not a
Uncle Thomas.
quarterback. He's not a quarterback.
Listen, bro, that shit be
matters.
capped. If you really care, if Drew Brees really cared about his country, like you said, when 9/11 popped off, like this guy did, and that guy, you know what I'm saying, me, and
Right.
that guy right there, Terrell did, then motherfucker, well, you might stand a chance. How the fuck you gonna talk about some World War II? Shut your bitch ass. You are
Right.
captain,
Fuck
nigga.
outta here.
The
He's
worst
40
part
years
is
old.
he
40
kneeled
years
before.
old.
He
Right.
kneeled before. So
He
How
nailed
many
the
times-
picture came right out. Like
How many times he?
the
Right
internet
after.
is undefeated, Drew Brees.
How many times he say "I" in that statement? How many times he say black people in that statement?
None.
You can't-
Zero.
You can't trust a nigga with a big ass birthmark on his face. Like I can't trust that nigga.
Yo, he go.
But
Yo,
y'all let him
Armstead,
dance. He pulled the
Armstead
Justin
better let a nigga hit him next year. I'm sweating. If we
Hey.
have sports, Armstead better let a nigga fucking come
If we have
clean.
sports, stop that shit.
Uncle
We having sports.
Uncle Shay said he talked. Drew Brees called him to talk it out.
You say he talked.
Uncle-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause,
I'd have
listen,
hit him with
Shannon
text
snapped
me.
on.
Text
Shannon
me.
snapped on Herm. What's my man? Herm? No, not Herm.
Tony
Tony
Dungy.
Dungy. He should have.
Tony Dungy.
Oh, he jumped
He
in.
never
Tony
house
Dungy
nigga.
ass
What
too.
Tony Dungy
He
say?
never
He
house
say,
nigga. Tony
give
Dungy
us some
house
context,
nigga.
Neef. Give us some context.
Can
I don't got that.
Oh,
No, listen,
don't bring it up. What the fuck?
that was just
You
spare
so
the moment. Y'all got
gay.
it's 5 phones. I got all the
Boo,
fucking.
hey, Mike, boo.
Yo, I didn't expect to talk about.
God damn it.
I would have been able to help you, Neef, but I ain't been on the internet.
Dog, I didn't expect to talk about. Tony Dungy was not on my list.
Yeah, we not ready to give nobody their flowers right now. We grind them
Yeah,
all.
Tony Dungy a house nigga though.
Uncle Shay
Yeah.
Shay get his flowers all day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's
like
definitely
man-
bad.
that man
Ice
went to-
Cube.
talk about him and then say
Shay
fuck
Shay-
everybody else after that.
Let me tell y'all something.
Ice
Shay
Cube,
Shay and Shannon
man.
Sharp, they from
Yeah.
the mud of Georgia, dog. Like they from the mud, like you know what I'm saying?
No
He went
bathroom,
to-
outhouse.
He
mud.
went to HBCU.
Yo, he ain't have
a
a right. He ain't have a bathroom in his house.
No.
They- 7th round draft pick. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Uncle
And listen,
Shay Shay
almost
wasn't
went to the-
supposed to
listen.
make it. Shay Shay.
Almost went to the military. Sterling told him, no, you going to college. Sterling
Yeah.
told him straight up, like,
Yeah.
yo, he said Sterling been like his dad. He said, Sterling, dog, you going to college.
Yeah.
And that's the only nigga I trust without no facial hair. Like, that's the only nigga out here. Y'all know how I feel. It's certain shit that trigger me. Now
That's a
listen,
good point.
if your job costs you not to have no facial hair, then I understand. But if you just walking around here with a bald face, I just don't understand it. Like if you
And the
can't
part.
grow it,
And the
I can
part
dig
in his
it.
head.
Hell yeah.
That part
And the
cleaned
whole
it up.
bowl cut. The nigga smoked black and miles
Skip,
and penny, so.
Skip.
On-
I
Hey,
love
Skip.
it, yo. I
on
love
Fox,
it.
on Fox News. He definitely gangstered it out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Skip, I got some holes at the house right now. I swear I do.
Yo, I know this kind of left field, but thank God they fired Jason Whitlock. Woo! Hey, listen, I want to
Jason
say right now,
Whitlock.
listen, if you give me Jalen Rose, you can have Jason Whitlock and you can have motherfucking main man back too with Woody. They killed this career bringing him over to FS1.
Yeah. Why he go? Why he? Man, he.
Why
did
they
it to
put him with
himself,
him?
man.
They could have put him with
He
somebody else. They
Terry
didn't have to put him
He
with.
Terry Crews himself.
Yo, what the fuck Terry Crews talking about? I know this is one of my
man.
hits.
Oh, go ahead,
Oh.
I don't got it. I don't got it written down. I ain't gonna-
Somebody got to
Crews.
Google.
He said
You got all them muscles.
he
and you a
basically
bitch, too.
Terry
It's in the
Crews
thread.
basically
It's in the
said
thread.
We can bring the tweet up.
he on some fucking lean on me.
Let's get it right.
This
Let's get it
nigga,
right.
listen, this
Fucking-
nigga
Let's get
is
it
the
right.
king of broadish, man.
Hold
Like,
on, I'm about to look it
Hold
up.
on,
I'm
I'm
looking
bringing
it
it
up.
right
Right.
now. I'm bringing it right now.
Let's
Hey,
get
bro,
it
put
right.
it on
It's
the.
worth. It's worth getting
Put
it
it up
right.
so we can see it, bro. Put it up so we can see it.
Damn
Yo,
it.
he is Uncle
I
Tom
need to start being able
Broadish.
to do that. You're right.
He's Uncle Broadish Tom.
Okay.
This motherfucker is just out of control. Everything he say.
He
All right,
said
read it,
defending
Defending white
Determine
supremacy.
white supremacy. My bad.
Defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is true. Like it or not, we are all in this together.
Boy, you know.
Listen, hold on. This podcast, hold on.
That's why he started them
Whoa.
trash ass movies called John Henry.
Listen.
Matata.
Hold on.
Hakuna Matata. That is
Listen.
Hakuna Matata.
This podcast is the king of, his wife wrote that shit? That motherfucker wife wrote that shit.
Nah, he
That
wrote
white
that.
lady.
Shit.
That white
Nah,
lady,
he
wrote that. He wrote that. He did.
No.
He got a track
His-
record.
He
His
got a
wife
track
more
record.
black than him.
Nah,
His wife she more nigga than he
Yeah,
is. He's
he
a
got
bitch.
a track record. Yeah, he definitely
He's a
got a track record.
bitch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you got
He's
the
a-
most, but you a
hold
bitch.
on. And my Jeffrey Wilkins, he's a cold bitch. Fuck out of here. Nut ass nigga. I get that nigga in the
What the
best
fuck
review.
is black?
Listen,
what the fuck is black supremacy?
will take Terry Crews out in the best review. My blackness.
Yo, what is he talking about? I don't even
I don't
understand
even
that.
know.
That's not
I think
even
when they
coherent.
grabbed his nuts, they grabbed the rest of his black brain.
The nigga who cut his lip should have gave that nigga $1.50 across the. Did
Oh,
I
I'm
take
talking
it
about
ain't he
Neve.
Ain't he out here
too far?
living?
Did I take it
Neve,
too far?
you took it too far, bro.
Yo, come on, bro. Damn.
Neve, you took.
I ain't even hear him. Probably could have done it.
No, what I said was, that
He gonna
cut his
repeat
lip. They cut his lip, but nigga should gave him $1.50.
Oh, whoa.
We're not.
The Broad Street Bully is back.
You dog to be making those comments.
This nigga want to kill Terry
man.
Crews.
Yo, ain't no such thing as black. No such thing as black supremacy. He really talking about if we don't get white people to help us, then we can imagine a black cop kneeling with malice in a straight face at the 400 more years of oppression. That's what he talking about.
What
Is
in
this what
the
he talking about?
cool
Is
fuck
he
is he talking about?
is he talking about black people being in charge all of a sudden and then giving white people different interest rates or
Who the
giving
fuck
them
knows?
letting them
What?
get paid at different amounts of the dollar? Is that what he talking about? Because what the fuck is he talking about?
My question is, what white man wrote that for him?
Nobody.
Man,
White.
Probably the same motherfucker that grabbed his nuts.
It's the
White
white
man, like,
bitch inside him. It's a white bitch that lives inside of him that talks to him.
Yo, they said
It's a white bitch in there.
they said that he wasn't.
It's a white
they,
bitch in there.
They said he wasn't acting in white chicks. He really is that dude.
Well, he damn sure ain't. Well, he might be a little bit of Damon
Can we
too.
be real? Niggas like that get with the type of wife he has in terms of her skin color. Like, he likes that. He praises white shit. She's not white, by the way. She's black, but he likes the light skin. He's insecure about who he is. He thinks if he stands up as a black man in this country, them old crackers that feed his old bitch ass gonna turn on him. No, nigga. They gonna respect you.
He insecure at 50 years old with that. Not possessing that much body fat. He do got issues. At 50 years
My
old,
thing is like, how you that much
you
of
should
a
have a
sucker?
little gut or something.
And you could
like,
beat
come on,
everybody up. You could beat everybody up.
I don't think he can beat everybody up. It's some niggas that's just husky.
You think you can fight him? You think you can fight him?
I'll take him. I'll take his ass.
Yo, I got a little bro. Listen,
you 400 pounds.
Hey, George. I ain't
believe
fighting no
Jay.
more. I got Jay now. Dog. I don't fight these niggas no more, dog.
That
Make me
nigga
call
Jay
Jay. If I gotta fly Jay out here,
that nigga Jay get out there like a wrestler. Listen to me, goddamn it! I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
That nigga Terry Crews in the NFL, bro. He's strong as a bitch.
What Booker T say? Hulk Hogan, nigga.
He'll let a nigga grab his nuts.
Hey, Jordan, what strong gotta do?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What strong gotta do? What strong gotta do?
No,
He
I'm saying, no.
He still let a nigga grab his nuts.
Jay,
He still let a nigga grab his nuts.
Does he like
story?
it?
No, he
As strong as he was, he did let dude at a party grab his nuts. And he
story
laughed
at a
when it
minimum,
happened.
right? The story at a minimum, the dude's supposed to have a bruised forearm from the "get off of me" part, like the
smack away of a.
There's a certain amount of comfortability that man has.
Yeah. The reaction that you supposed to have when somebody grab your nuts was enough for, you know what I'm saying?
You're not even reaching. What are you reaching? Listen, if you look like you about to tap my pockets, it's a problem. Let alone my nuts. Be like, you don't even get that close.
Nigga, I don't
You
let
hit him
you
with
be
the
arm's length. I'm what's
hold
up,
on. When
dog.
Hov
What
tried to put his arm around Hov hit the ball with the Hov about 6'2", maybe 200, and he can hit him with this. Niggas grabbing your big goofy ass nuts, nigga. What the fuck is going on?
Only person I let do that is strippers.
Yo, how comfortable the man had to be walking up to him to do that?
That ain't the first gesture he's made at him. He's done something else to him.
Buck breaking, emasculation of the black man is what that was. Like, and he did it. He let it fly.
Yep.
He let it fly.
Yep.
Fuck you mean, yo?
I just want people to understand, and hear my story. You a bitch.
His wife got to deal with more with that than him almost.
Right.
Military cruise.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. She probably say fuck that nigga too.
He could have He could have shut up and stayed in a better position than talking. I don't understand these days.
They gonna give him another show on NBC or some shit.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that. That's black. Fuck him.
He taking all Steve Harvey jobs.
Fuck him.
And I ain't watching none of them either.
And fuck Steve Harvey, big goofy mustache.
Steve Harvey, Uncle Tom too.
He sure is. Oh, big ass bitch.
Ever since he got with that gold digging ass wife of his, that motherfucker, she was married to the kingpin of Memphis, right?
Oh,
he
yeah.
Went to jail.
Yeah.
He went to jail.
He got a book coming out. He got a book coming out, don't he?
Why I Married a Hoe instead of Think Like a Man 3. Fuck out of here. I want to hear that shit.
I mean, every nigga.
But you know that's why him and Bernie. You know that's why him and Bernie fell out. He's Bernie.
No, he just hated on Bernie. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was hating on him. He wanted Bernie to sell out. Bernie wanted.
He told them instead of giving Bernie the Charlie's Angels jersey, he should give it to him.
All right, man.
I'm telling you, ever since he got with her, he ain't been the same.
No, that nigga already. No, he just showed his true colors when he got with her. Right, that's all that was.
He been.
Fucked up the bag.
Who? That nigga straight. That nigga straight.
No, I'm saying he ain't got the job no more.
He got $100 million. And he got that radio show. That nigga got $100 million.
I'm about to say, what job?
They bought him out.
I don't know. He got still got the show on. They listen to in the morning.
He still got family. He still got Family Feud too.
No. Oh,
he got his own. He got his own clothing brand.
I don't watch or listen to any of his shit, and I damn sure wouldn't wear.
I will say that
Steve Harvey suits.
Yeah, I will say the Steve Harvey radio show. That shit used to be funny. I ain't listen to it.
I only like Nephew Tommy with the skits.
That nigga Nephew Tommy.
I like the Strawberry Letter. I'm not gonna lie.
H-Town's on.
That nigga
I like the Strawberry Letter.
Yeah.
Nephew Tommy is funny.
Nephew
I like the
Tommy's
Strawberry
hilarious.
Letter. I can listen to the show when Steve Harvey not there. The Strawberry Letter. I like the Strawberry Letter segment. Yeah. I like when he there be checking her. And again, he messed up with the Trump presentation. Sometimes less is best. All you got to do is say less, and you be in a better position somehow. Sometimes with especially with us, you know what I mean, as folks. It seems like when you caping for the other side, that especially nowadays, people got a problem with that, and it still really baffles me that people think that is the play or the only play. You know what I mean? You know, 75 million with all your people or 100 million with the other people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what you mean.
I'm good with 75, big.
I mean, it is what it is, right? You're not fit. This ain't no. I want to keep my. You can get it righteous. That's what I know.
Yep, I agree with you, cool. You can get it the right way now. You ain't got to say yes. So that's why I ain't listening to all these. Look, dog, if you got a record deal, I don't want to fucking hear from you. If you got a major motion picture out there, I don't want to fucking hear from you because you didn't take your money from that fucking devil. So I don't care what you got to say. I'm listening to the people like in front of me right now. We're the ones that's making this shake. We're going to be the new million, billion, even trillionaires. Yeah, we're coming, baby. Next 10 years, man, black people will finally get what we deserve.
Yo, when I get
take us, baby.
Yeah, when I get $1 million, ain't no telling what the fuck. I'm gonna really say some shit. They're gonna be like, baby, get him the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna say this.
No, they won't, because it's gonna be on your home platform.
It's gonna be your million, right? Hey, it's gonna be your million, not theirs.
I want to date Megan Thee Stallion when I get my millions. I just want to put that out right now. You know, if you're available, you know, you want to reel that.
Well, she available because Carl.
I ain't gonna speak on that. Had nothing to do with me. Carl Crawford.
Carl Crawford, he got a domestic.
Megan.
He been making. He had to get a domestic dispute. He ain't worried about Megan right now.
Huh? Cause she's sexy.
Why?
Cause I like ghetto fucking motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? She's sexy, tall and shit. She can rap. You know what I'm saying? We can make music together and shit. Like yeah, you know, we can do all that shit Charm God style. Yeah, come on, baby.
Charm God.
Hey yo, how y'all feel about the murder charges for George Floyd being raised a second-degree murder? Do that ring anything with y'all?
Why was it raised a second-degree murder?
It should be first degree.
Why was it raised a second-degree murder?
Because it was at third degree.
You can beat.
Why?
You can beat the second-degree joint.
Why was it raised?
And get probation.
Because shit burning.
Right.
That's why I was raised. Because shit burning. Right. So, and I'm not saying burning literally necessarily, people. I don't want to think people that I'm inciting riots or inciting looting. But stop the money. That's what's happening. Keep stopping the money. However that happens, if you stop in traffic or whatever, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with stop the money, right? Because you stop the money, the pressure on the people, the eyes looking, the world is looking. That's what got them charges elevated, right? And even the charges, we know second degree is still bullshit. This is a game. This is the theater. All the way down to the fucking sentences. Ain't nobody cheering no fucking charges. Ain't nobody cheering no convictions no more. Ain't nobody. We want to hear to see the sentences. We want to see how it's carried out the same way it's carried out. But if JoJo shoot black, that's what we at, and nobody taking less. And ain't gonna start keeping score through this whole thing. Keep it going till they fix it overnight. I don't want to keep seeing new shit. I'm seeing new clips. I see new clips every day, and I barely watch. How about that? Fix it overnight. Demilitarize their ass. They know what they're doing. You got governors on the TV talking out against it, and shit still happening in their various cities. I must say, shout out to Maryland. Shout out to Baltimore.
God damn, it's quiet around here, yo.
It ain't like that. I don't even like. This is the Twilight Zone for real. Mitt Romney fucking protesting with Black Lives Matter. Like Baltimore quiet. This shit is crazy out here.
Yo, was that real?
Yeah. Mitt Romney don't pay no tax. Mitt Romney don't pay no tax.
Mitt Romney a part of the cartel. Mitt Romney sell heroin with.
Damn, dude.
Kanye bar. I'm Mr. Oye. I'm gonna get my Kanye bars off.
It's that nigga birthday today.
I'm cooking today.
Speaking of rappers,
Gemini's in the building.
Speaking of rappers, we way past Neil in that. Where my man at?
What about that Funk Flex at? Was Funk Flex right?
You don't understand. You're scared of the man. You don't want to deal with it.
If Jay-Z was to call him, he would recant that shit so fast.
He sure the fuck would.
Yo, it's bad that he kneel though.
Jay not gonna
it's bad that he kneeled on his neck.
AP said he's still gonna kneel. He said without a doubt, Agent Peace is still gonna kneel.
Without a doubt is the words that he used.
But my thing is like, y'all kneeling now when it's the thing to do, but when nobody else was.
Okay, here we go.
You know, but this is the thing though. You saying this.
Hold on, for y'all cook. Let's hear Roger Goodell's statements.
Oh hell no.
Man, fuck his bitch ass too.
Hey, listen, hold on, bro. Let's get the statements off though. Roger Goodell's statements. We the national football commissioner of the NFL. I know well, but
yeah. You know what I meant. You know I meant it.
Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, made a statement. We the National Football League admit that we were wrong for not listening to the NFL players. Colin Kaepernick.
Did he mention his name?
Not yet.
He didn't.
He did not mention his name.
He didn't. NFL players earlier and encouraging all to speak out and peacefully protest. It has been difficult times for our country, in particular Black people in our country. First, my condolences to the family of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. Go ahead, Jay.
So this is the biggest thing to me. Not one person, NFL-wise, as a commissioner or owner, has mentioned anything about Colin Kaepernick.
Owners ain't said nothing. Owners haven't said anything.
The players have said it, but the owners haven't said not one thing. And Goodell hasn't said Colin Kaepernick. And he will say players and certain individuals, He's not going to mention that name. Why? Why is that?
It's too
It's fucked
divisive,
up.
man. You give it you asking white men to give a black man power, right? And my thing with Goodell is I honestly think that in the heart of hearts, because from what I've read, like, you know, behind closed doors, things he may have said is that he supported the movement, right? He supported what Colin Kaepernick was doing, but he's an employee. He works for the owners. You know what I'm saying? Like his job is to protect their interests first, not the players, right? And I think a lot of times we don't really understand. Like most people don't understand that his job primarily is to protect the interests of the owners.
Fuck his job.
Exactly.
Without us, there is no job.
Exactly.
If we ain't watching that shit, then it's no job for him.
Hey, can I be real? I get sick to my stomach when I fucking hear us as people expect for these fucking devils to give us anything. Yeah. Fuck them. They're devil. Like, dog, listen, when the white man came in and took shit.
If I said they were devils, yo.
They are. When the white man came, he came and took that shit. He didn't come. He played like he was nice, and he took that shit from us. We be talking about all niggas, black people. Stop being so fucking sweet and fucking nice and want to shake their hands and lick their ass. Y'all, when they came in, they came and raped and killed and took this shit.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Animal. You're dealing with an animal. Do you really think you're going to be able to be nice to this motherfucker? Hell fucking no. Fuck him. Roger Goodell's a bitch. The NFL's a bitch. Drew Brees a bitch. Anybody in the NBA that's not a nigga is a bitch. Fuck them. They only care about themselves. We need to go to HBCUs, which still white owned, to be honest. But still, go to HBCUs, do black shit. Leave them motherfuckers alone. Kneeling, nigga, I will never kneel. You know why I ain't going to kneel? Because I'm not. I'm not going to kneel. What the fuck is that going to do? I really want to have some shit like this, and I'm saying it here. Our Second Amendment rights, law-abiding citizens. When we see motherfucking cops doing shit, they need to be drawn down on. Get your bitch ass up. You're under arrest. You take off the badge. You're not doing the right thing, or your ass get popped. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck that kneeling shit.
Cool, you sound low.
We can't hear you, Cool.
Anybody else got something?
Well, I mean, also my point was like, him being complicit in this shit is just a part of the whole program, man. Like, they not gonna say that brother's name because it empowers the movement further than it already has. Ultimately, like, it exposed this whole shit exposed how intricate it all really was. Like, the NFL didn't decide to move until motherfuckers who they never thought would say shit. Like, you got your Super Bowl MVP who's half white, and prior to this leaned a little bit more to being a white boy than black, and Patrick Mahomes, him speaking out and putting his name and his stamp on it. Then with Tom Brady putting out his name and his stamp on it, they kind of put themselves in the league put themselves in a position where they had to make that move and make a statement or whatever and say that they were wrong, but they're not gonna say Kaepernick's name, bro. You let Aldon Smith back in the league before Kaepernick.
You let the motherfucker who killed his teammate back in Dallas back in the league. They wouldn't even let Ray Rice for getting into he tripped and hit his wife and dragged the elevator.
Are we
and you won't let him back in there, but you won't let Kaepernick. Yeah, he tripped.
He tripped, AJ.
Yeah,
Hold on. We were.
I never heard that a day of my life.
Yo, AJ, you might get a 30-second mute timeout, yo.
Hey, listen,
bro. You might have to mute that man for 30 seconds, yo. Yo said that man tripped
And listen, if he tripped, he be mad at her like, yo, look what you made me do. Like, goddamn, hit your head on the motherfucker.
This nigga,
You know what Jay
man.
said? Jay sound like the cops in Buffalo who said the old man tripped.
Yo, that shit, listen, hold on. Yo, that shit right there was crazy, though.
They said he tripped on his own feet.
They wrote the report up and said he tripped.
They was like, yo, he tripped on his own feet. Then people was like, yo, we got video. They was like, y'all got video?
It was like, hold up, wait a minute.
That wasn't the craziest shit ever. And
No,
listen,
then
right?
they-
I ain't gonna hold you.
Then they recanted. It was like, oh yeah.
Whatever he had in his hand fell out his hand. though. He was on the ground for a minute, then that shit just fell out his hand.
But his
But they seen the
skull-
blood.
He had a
Damn.
police helmet.
His skull cracked wide open.
Apparently, it was a police helmet.
He was trying to return a police helmet. They wouldn't listen to him, pushed him, and he fell over and hit his head on the concrete. And the report came out that he tripped. But the wildest part after that was that after they got daggone suspended the 2 cops, 57 cops resigned from the emergency response team. Bitch,
In support
in support of the cops.
Let me tell y'all something.
Because
If
that's
I
the
get
real
that
oath.
old-
That's the
if
real
I
oath.
get- Once I get that old where I can't brace myself from tripping and falling, yo, make sure I ain't out here
ain't out
and
there.
on the front lines, man.
Yo,
He was
I'ma
trying to
be
help
on-
them.
I'm on my 40 acres when I get that old. I'm not.
He should have been on the stage or behind the scenes. Fuck out of here.
I'm not getting that close. I'm not returning. I'll mail it to you. But
I
I'm
know
not
that
returning
lesson
it.
now. I'm 30 years ahead of the game, baby.
Is he all
Fuck
right?
that.
Is he in intensive care or something?
He was. He was in.
He was.
He was in stable but serious condition. Yes.
How do you push her? I don't even know if that's your job. I don't understand how you do
I
that.
thought he tased him. I didn't even know. I thought he tased him the way he went down. I thought they tased him.
They were saying push,
He's so
push or
old.
something.
They were saying he tripped
They
first.
didn't really push him, dog. Like it was.
No,
like,
I'm saying in the audio that whatever commands they was
No,
giving was that
The
military
wind,
thrust.
the wind was
thrust.
blowing. The wind was blowing, and that shit.
Yo, they was like, get your old ass out of here. You want some 2 old man? No.
He not. Listen. He not the only old man they put. He not the only old man police pushed on camera. It's some other clip that I saw. So the problem is this: like white people, y'all didn't see this before, and now they don't. It's so egregious. They don't even care. You mean to tell me a nameless black person got a fucking shot in a random encounter for somebody that's looking for some shit? We ain't got a clue. Not a shot. And report. So this shit is all the way permeated through this.
Yeah,
right? You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're going back to normal. Stop doing everything. Let's handle it in legislation. Nobody doing that, man, because this shit is active.
Because the legislation, the niggas that said legislation have been there since motherfucking I was born in the goddamn 80s.
Right.
They keep their position until they fucking croak. And when they do that shit, they hand it down to the person who's the predecessor and teaching them the same shit that they learned. So it's nothing but a repeat cycle. It's the fucking
We shall overcome march right over his ass.
Yeah,
too.
I call it the washer effect. Because all you do is put that shit in the repeat. That shit, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, do y'all peep how cowardly white people are? Because the boy in Philly, you know, the cop in Philly took down a white girl and shit. Like, white people will wait till your back turn and throw some shit. Like, they were throwing shit at them cops, though. But,
you see your man, your boys in Philly with the baseball bats, the white boys with the baseball bat?
No.
The Tanner
hold on. They not my boys. Like, stop saying
you're
my boys.
Like, they from Philly, yo.
They from North
Central
Philly.
There's niggas in Philly I don't fucking like.
They from North Central Philly.
You like Devin Hart, so I mean
that's your John. That's your John, though. That's your John.
Yeah.
Hassan, what we doing here, Hassan?
Yeah, they from North Central Philly.
That's where we're from.
Hey, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Nah, dude.
Nah, they drawn out here, B.
Yeah, so let's get to the shit. Let's talk about some of the funny shit that's happening in the midst of all of this. Did y'all see the cop that pulled up on the block in Atlanta and everybody was out there with water guns? And they whacked that motherfucker up. They went up, bro.
He was so mad.
I mean, he got out the car. I mean, when I say everybody with water guns, we talk about 100 people with water guns. He tried to shut the door, motherfucker walked over to him with a jug of water.
Oh wow!
And then a dude at the end like had one water gun, like fuck out of here, and just sprayed the car.
Yo,
That shit was loose. Or the girls in Baltimore. I know y'all say the girls in Baltimore twerking on top of the motherfucking police car.
that was so lit.
I looked at, I was like, oh shit.
I think Cool sent me that.
I'm like, oh shit, they dancing on the goddamn girl. And, oh, that's my city.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was so
You see
lit.
me? Yeah. You see me at Cool.
That was so
shit
lit,
was
man.
crazy, yo. Like, yeah,
I did
motherfuckers
not
was out
realize
here
that was
wilding.
a car, actually.
I watched the
cool.
video. Shout out to Cool Kicks. Dudes out in Cali got the shoe stores. They was like, one dude was in the alley. He was like, I ran to the National Guard and told them that they about to break in my store, and they didn't move. And then he panned past to the people, and there was literally 100 people that ran in the back of the Cool Kicks store, and they took everything, bro. They broke the vending machines. They took all the skateboard decks. They took the TVs. I mean, they took everything.
They took the hangers.
Bro, they took the hangers, all the clothes. When I say they took everything, motherfuckers took a right shoe, left the left one. They was like, return the shoe, we'll pay you $300.
Hey yo, in Philly, people was going in and taking stuff out the stores and leaving their cars running. People was taking their cars. So they was coming back with their like boxes of shit, and their cars was gone.
That's some crumb shit. That's dog eat dog right there.
It's like, give me the loot, give me the loot.
I seen them take sneakers from people. People was coming out with sneakers. They was taking sneakers from people. Yo, give me them.
Yeah, you was getting robbed by
bully style.
The robbers came to hit the looters, right? Typical shit. And I mean,
right. Why I got to run in there when I can wait for y'all to come out with this?
Yeah, right.
Some people still acting a fool.
Anyway. Oh yeah.
What? Without a shadow of a doubt, they still acting a fool.
Yeah, my homegirl told me they ran in the Foot Locker down in Austin like yesterday. Yeah, this shit ain't stopped. It just ain't being broadcasted, right?
Like
and,
that,
you know,
right?
They. I mean, but you know,
no, it's not being broadcasted because you got these white kids. They're doing the exact same shit and they don't want to show it. I saw them when they ran into the van store. They tried to run into the van store, grab the shoes, and they come out and saw the police. And the police didn't chase them. Nothing. They threw the shoes in the air like, oh, we're going away. And skirted off. I was like, yo, if there had been a black person, they motherfuckers would be chasing us down 25th right now. We talking about, yo, we got 2 of them running.
It's wild, yo. I mean, you know, looting is a part of rioting if they did not get the memo, right? And it will always be and it will continue to be because you have the haves and the have-nots. And the have-nots are coming to get your shit. And they don't really care if it's, you know, I was at the Snowball spot the other day over east, and the signs in the barbershop next to the Snowball spot is, it say black-owned business. Like he printed it out, right? Just to let people know, like, if you want to tear some shit up, don't tear my shit up.
Right.
Shout out to East Baltimore.
Yeah, so it's a little wild. And I mean, around the corner from my mother's house, right? And I mean, so in the sneaker spot in the city, the one of the premier sneaker spots in the city is right around the corner from there. So motherfuckers going to come and get your shit, and then they planning on it. And when it's a bunch of people, what you going to do about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Couple bricks, couple bats, and a crowbar, we in.
Just hope you got insurance. Hope your insurance shit right.
Well, yeah, insurance is cool. It's going to pay you, but like the sneaker spot, they can't ever recover from that regardless of the insurance money. Because it's shit you get. You can't, you know what I'm saying, reproduce, you know what I'm saying, one pair, labeled number one of, you know what I'm saying, 100 that you had in the store. And we talking about $35,000, $40,000, $50,000 shoes that they had in there. They got Nike Air Mags with the power laces. Them shit's going for $50,000 right now.
They had Air Mags in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Louis Vuitton Nike joint is goddamn. They was $7,000 a piece.
That's wild, yo. I didn't even know they had Air Mags around because I'm not buying them.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, Grail shoes. So I mean, you know, like they hit him up, and the guy was just casual. They went there, wasn't really sad, but he put the video on to show how many people ran in the joint. It was like a clusterfuck of people right there trying to get out after they ran in, and right outside, just 10 National Guard dudes ain't even budge. So, you know, I said they was probably protecting the Breitling in the motherfucking jewelry store, which had more money worth than shoes. Right? You know what I'm saying? So less of two evils. And if you don't understand the value of a shoe, then fuck you gonna protect it for? It's just a sneaker, Bob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough, yo. It's tough. Fuck
Y'all
it,
want to talk about the ex-NFL player, Rashay Caldwell?
Yeah, that's a setup. That's a
shot and
that's
killed
a
in Tampa. Shot and killed outside of his home, right? He ran in the crib to get something.
That's a setup.
By his girl?
What happened?
I think the girl set him up.
She was outside. He ran in the crib. He ran in the crib to grab something. Came back outside and was like ambushed. What's crazy is I don't even remember who he played for.
New England. He played
wide
for
receiver.
Denver. Yeah.
Wide receiver. Okay.
Yeah.
He got a ring, didn't he?
I believe so. His real name is Donald, but nickname Rashay.
Rashay Caldwell. Okay,
Yeah.
right. I think he sounds familiar.
Yeah.
He ain't probably play that much.
He probably second best receiver Tom Brady ever had.
They said he led the
No,
team,
stop it.
they said he led the Patriots in receiving one year.
He did. I was serious. I wasn't joking.
No,
he wasn't the second best receiver they ever had, though, bro. We're not gonna do that.
Then name the other one.
You go Wes Walker.
He was better than Wes Walker, no cap.
No, what are you talking about?
No, he wasn't. No,
yes,
he wasn't.
the fuck he was.
As far as what?
Yo,
what determines
let me ask everybody on this podcast. Anybody here a New England fan besides me? Anyone?
No.
Anyone? Oh, okay. I don't tell you nothing about your bum ass Eagles or your bum ass Vikings. I don't tell you nothing about it. Nothing.
Listen,
you said that New England shit, proud.
I was a diehard New England fan.
In 95, nigga.
Juice, since 95.
Diehard.
He's not pre everything.
Pre everything.
When the Ravens moved to Baltimore?
96.
Okay, then. So you can't talk about nothing after 96. Nigga, shut up.
I didn't become a Ravens fan in 96. That's what you get. Man.
Nobody
did.
Oh, you're that guy.
I did.
What?
You're that guy.
I am that guy.
You're that guy.
I became a fan in 96. I used to sneak in the games at Memorial Stadium saying, hey, my mother sent me to the car with a hole in my shoe, knowing damn well I couldn't afford a ticket until they moved downtown. I used to go every
we was on the news.
99 when my parents became season ticket holders.
Okay. Well, getting still, Caldwell was with them probably like the mid 2000s. Am I right, Terrell?
Yeah.
He was at the Moss.
Yeah,
he was
like
at the Moss to them.
He was after Moss. Right. So like 2010.
So he better than Wes Walker. He better than Edelman.
Caldwell was the number one.
Better than who?
Caldwell was the number one.
Why do you keep bringing these guys up? What are you talking about?
No,
he was Tom Brady guys.
Caldwell was the number one. He was the number one.
Talking about Wes Welker
by
and
default.
Edelman.
By default.
Okay,
he wasn't
better than Randy. He wasn't better than Randy.
I said the second best. That's literally
he wasn't better than Wes Walker.
Also, Randy was the best.
Right.
Okay, Randy. Okay, all right.
Hey, Neve, look at Caldwell numbers, yo.
I'm about to pull it up right now because y'all tripping. You can't convince me of that shit.
Don't talk about Wes Walker 150 catches for 8 yards. That shit is annoying.
It's neither here nor there.
What's Tom Brady's tight end boy name?
Gronk.
Where's he fit in? Real?
Number one.
He's not a receiver. What? I said receiver.
Gronk the best weapon he ever had.
I'm not mixing my words, right? Y'all the one.
I'm not mixing my words. It's all bullshit, bro.
No, that's legit.
Hold up. Watch what I hit you with these numbers. This shit right here.
They pretty good.
Yo, he had 1 year. He's never on his. Yo,
shit.
Only 1 year he's had over 50 receptions.
He did. Look at the production. Look at the production, though. Yards per catch. Yards per catch.
Ain't nobody trying to hit that shit. Okay. He had 1 year when he averaged. He had 1 year with. Listen. He had 1 year when he averaged 17.2, but he had 18. He had 18 receptions. Get the fuck out of here, Jordan.
Man,
Don't talk that shit to me.
he was the number one.
Listen, the best year he ever had, he had 61 catches, and he only had 760 yards. And he better than Wes Walker and Julius Edelman.
Yes.
Come on, man. We're not doing that.
Yes.
We're not
Yes.
doing
They
no.
one trick ponies.
Jordan, stop
rolling
supporting
with
brother
that
in this
one.
bullshit. Stop
I'm
supporting
rolling
brother in
Slot
this bullshit.
I
receivers.
don't need you. Yeah, bro. I don't care what you
They
talking
They
not
about.
got
slot
numbers.
receivers?
Listen,
They
I
not
take them slot receivers all day over Caldwell.
You
For
would.
what?
And
That's why
matter of fact, listen.
that's why your bum ass team don't win nothing.
Hey,
you're a
are we
shitty
talking about the
scout.
dude that?
Hold
Are we
on.
talking about the dude that got killed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Like
but
me,
Neef,
if you gonna
Neef,
take,
let me tell
if
you,
you gonna take them
it's
fucking
Julian
button hooks,
Edelman,
The
not
dude that got
Julius
no
Edelman,
heart,
though.
dog.
My bad, Julian. My bad.
me, you like button hooks and fucking 3-yard slants.
Hey, listen, they got 6 rings. It happened some way.
That
It
don't
wasn't
mean
Baltimore
Caldwell.
has
nothing,
six.
dog.
It wasn't
Baltimore
Caldwell.
has
Hold
six.
on. First of
Baltimore
all,
got 6 rings, Neef.
Listen.
Baltimore got 6 rings.
Listen. He
That's
was
a fact. That's a
he
fact.
was in New England. He was in New England 1 year.
Yeah, 2006.
You just looked that up. Stop
I
acting like
did
you
just
know
look it
for a
up.
fact.
I did
All right,
just
then
look it
stop
up.
that
What are
shit.
you
I
saying?
know. Stop acting like, oh, you remember that year. Like, fuck out of here.
I said
Hey,
2000.
which-
I'm looking up just like you. Like,
Right.
yo, so you
Because
can't
you had to make sure
say
that
out
bullshit you
front.
said. No,
You
this
can't
what
say out
happened.
front.
No, what happened was you said some bullshit and you seen me with my
60
phone. You was like,
receptions, 700
oh,
yards.
61 receptions.
60 receptions,
61.
700. Okay,
61. And
fine.
760. No, what happened was you said some bullshit. And I picked
didn't.
my phone up. So you picked your
I
phone up.
didn't.
And now you trying to whatever. It's bullshit.
Falcon on the team that
Nigga, I was a better receiver
Also,
for
can
Tom Brady.
also, why the fuck you bringing up Edelman like he ain't cheap?
Damn, I got time for this Jordan shit today. I'm not doing this Jordan shit today. Nigga on
He
time.
didn't cheat. He ain't cheat.
I don't know what he did.
What you mean? He got suspended for PD.
Hold
I
on.
think that's-
He got suspended for PEDs while he was taking them at Derby.
No,
Okay,
that was
so-
Don't
cocaine.
ask, don't
No,
ask me
Jay,
how I know that.
Jay, he was doing
No,
blow.
no.
He was doing blow.
Hey,
No,
Jordan, so
trust
everybody
me. Trust
who
me.
did
No,
PEDs.
Jordan, trust me. He was doing PEDs at Derby weekend.
Blow is a PD. Cocaine a PED, ain't it?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, but it's not a PED.
So Jordan,
Shout out Ray J.
everybody who's ever did a PED is cheated and it don't count for them, or
No,
is that what we doing?
no. But I'm saying in regards to actually, no. Fuck yeah, they cheating.
Okay, so everybody who's ever took a PED and been suspended for 4 games.
Me. So for you,
I'm
to get
asking you a
suspended-
question. It's
Go
a
ahead.
yes or no question, Jordan. Everybody who's ever did a PED cheated in your eyes.
Yeah,
Black, white, whatever.
yeah,
No matter who it is.
yeah. If you tested positive and got suspended, you cheated.
Okay, silence.
So don't bring up Barry
Hey.
Bonds.
Hey, what's wrong with cheating?
You know, I was about to bring him up. I was getting ready to.
Listen, I got enough black
God
athletes
damn.
that's been
So
suspended.
before you defame the greatest baseball player of our generation, remember he never tested positive or got suspended. Barry Bonds.
Go ahead, D. Bring up your argument. Bring up your argument, D. He died. He died right now. It's killing him.
So Barry Bonds was better than Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yes. Consistently, yes.
Okay, this is Brother Talking Shit, episode 97. We'd like to thank Jordan for being on time.
I think that's true. Though. I think Barry Bonds is better than King Griffey Jr.
Go to
I do
Hold
believe
on.
that.
No. This will make it worse. Brell told me I
what?
made an argument about something that everybody knows. There's no way that Barry Bonds is better than Ken Griffey Jr.
There's no way that Barry Bonds is better than King Griffey Jr. And that's never been, what I said was that's never been an argument.
Until 2 of my brothers on this podcast said the shit.
What I said was that it's never been an argument.
Yeah,
That's
it was
my
never
point.
an argument.
Just because we're bringing it up now don't mean nothing. There's never been an argument if Penny Hardaway is better than Michael Jordan, but if we start talking about it and everybody say Mike, then now it becomes an argument. What I'm saying is,
but they're saying Penny Hardaway. They're saying Penny Hardaway.
No, I'm saying Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds not better than Ken Griffey Jr., bro. Have you ever seen Ken Griffey Jr. actually play? Barry Bonds ain't shit in the outfield. Have you ever seen Barry Bonds climb a wall? Never.
Was
fucking head is too big to climb the wall.
Let me ask you.
That nigga's head is huge.
Let me give you this. Was Ken Griffey more talented? Absolutely. Who was the better baseball player?
Ken
fucking Bonds.
Listen, they asked
Ken
Ken Griffey and Barry Bonds was talking. He said Barry Bonds said in the playoffs. He tried to break it down. Like, come on, dog. Ain't no way.
No, look at
Ain't
Ken
no
Griffey.
way.
Look at Barry Bonds' numbers up until he went to San Francisco. When he was in Pittsburgh. Look at his numbers and look at Ken
Against
Griffey.
Ken Griffey numbers? Are you serious?
Yes, look at him.
Jordan, stop it, Jordan.
That's
Jordan.
night and day, Jordan.
Did you
That's
look at
night
him?
and day, Jordan.
Stop it, Jordan. How
That's
many
night
golden
and day,
gloves he
Jordan.
got? I mean, not golden glove. Is it golden gloves on defense?
All right, so we
How
gonna
many
do
golden
this?
gloves
Are
Barry
you gonna
Bonds
do
got?
it, or you just gonna ask questions?
We can do it. Go pull it out.
Oh,
Barry Bonds ain't got no golden gloves. That nigga ain't
What?
wear a glove.
that's
Are
not
you
true.
fucking crazy?
He ain't got as many as Ken Griffey, bro.
You
crazy.
that shit quick.
Hold
You
up.
changed
Now I'm about to pull it up. Now I'm about to pull it up. Fuck it. I ain't want to
You
do this
changed
right
that shit.
now. Hold up.
Bro, he got 8 gold gloves. What are you talking about?
Who got 8 gold gloves?
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Seven NL
I'll be the first
MVP.
one to say that. I ain't never know he had that many.
8
I didn't know
gold
he had
gloves.
that many.
Y'all forgot who
7-time
Barry Bonds
NL
was.
MVP, 14-time All-Star,
Y'all forgot
3-time
who Barry
Hank Aaron
Bonds
Award,
was.
2-time batting champion, 2-time home run leader, NL RBI leader, San Francisco Giants, 25 retired, San Francisco Giants Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Like,
Yeah, he
it's not
should
even
be.
close.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Bro.
Say what the fuck you want about Barry Bonds. He saved that garbage ass sport that Juice got on his fucking jersey.
I'm gonna.
Fuck the Astros cheating ass.
Oh, you know, Jordan. Oh, you know he like Barry Bonds. You know he do. He like the cheaters.
Hey, listen, dog.
Go ahead, Juice.
As a guy who should have just kept playing baseball, I will say this. Nigga, do you know the whole fucking thing? This whole fucking steroid chase has been to get Barry Bonds. Like, dog, they just wanted. If they just could have got Barry Bonds, bro, this shit would have been done because that nigga is that cold. Like,
Yeah,
dog, he
he's
should
a
be
dog.
in the fucking Hall of Fame. Like, that's why I was gonna let
Me,
all the smoke clear
the
on the
greatest
stage and
baseball
talk about
player of our generation is Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds got 8 gold. Listen, Barry Bonds got 8 golden gloves. Ken Griffey got 10.
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because the reporters stopped voting for Barry Bonds because they hated him.
Home run champion. Barry Bonds got 2. Ken Griffey got 4. Batting champions. Barry Bonds got 2. Griffey got none. Lead the league in RBIs. They both got 1. On base percentage, Barry Bonds killed Ken Griffey. God damn.
He's a better hitter.
Slugging
Talking
percentage.
about.
Slugging
I
percentage.
will say that shit will go over the wall.
Bro, Barry's technique, like this is okay. So let me talk
Hold
about
on, Ken Griffey got the prettiest swing you ever seen in your life.
Prettiest
Don't act
swing,
like
sweetest swing ever.
Natural.
Yeah, dog, but Barry, dog,
That nigga changed his whole argument. Yo, stand on your shit, honey.
Oh, I am. No, I'm
Dudes, yo. Hey, these fucking
That nigga
dudes,
came
yo.
with that.
I'm still rocking.
He went and said
Hey,
he got
Ralph,
a swing.
You
Bro,
know
this nigga
what?
said-
He had the best shoes from Nike. Hands down. His kicks.
I don't see y'all with no
best.
Barry Bonds on. I don't see y'all with no Barry Bonds sneaks on.
I don't see you
What make Barry
motherfuckers
Bonds
walking
sneak?
around with the motherfucking Barry Bonds logo. What is shit, just a big ass bobblehead? It ain't the
Nah,
motherfucking Sweet Swing logo.
That
Hey,
nigga wore
Hey,
Asics.
This nigga started looking at the stats. Yo said, but yo, Ken Griffey had the sweetest swing, did.
Yeah, your man on the juice, dog. Come on, dog. That nigga on steroids, dude.
I will say this though, right?
Oh, shit.
Steroids save baseball.
Absolutely. You ever hit a baseball knee?
I can't wait the next week. Ooh, I can't
Yo,
wait.
I was
That
in the
shit was
batting
so
cage.
dope.
I was in the batting cage at my nephew party. Had to be like last year. Oh my God, them balls is fast.
So,
Hey, since we're at it, dog, the Astros
hitting a
didn't cheat.
baseball, what you think steroids will help you do? You think steroids help you hit a baseball?
Nah, that's your eye-hand coordination. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Speaking of batting cage, I went to a house the other day. That motherfucker had a half-court basketball and a whole batting cage suspended from the roof.
Who house was that? Brian Roberts? Fuck your house was that?
It may be mine, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
You ever hit a fastball? That shit had my hands hurting. I don't know what the fucking.
That shit hurt.
God,
Like the steroids for baseball really.
Why you think they wear gloves? Why you think they wear gloves and got that
Steroids
tape?
for baseball and football don't really matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter for any. You think it matter for what? It matter for basketball?
It matter for basketball, I think.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, football. That shit
Because
might,
that physical contact, no pads, and you get to heal from that faster than anybody. It's 82 games.
So you don't heal faster from 16 games with pads on?
Yo, but you are hitting motherfuckers for your job. Like you are hitting motherfuckers.
Hold on. Have you
that
seen
still don't affect your eye-hand coordination.
No, I'm
Have
just
you
saying.
seen Giannis go down the
like,
hole? Like let Giannis run. Giannis runs into people, and they literally just like fall like pins. Or look at Shaq when he dunked on what was it? Mike Dunleavy.
No. What's the main man from the Knicks? Main man from the Knicks, the big
Chris
white boy. Chris
Dudley.
Verdue. Oh, was it Chris Dudley? Might be Chris Dudley, right?
Chris Perdue.
No, I was thinking about Will Perdue.
Yo, you are fucking
George
up
Floyd,
so many names.
George Floyd,
so many names tonight.
George Lloyd,
and Chris Perdue.
Yo, I had
same nigga.
Yo, I had wine. I had liquor.
Now you drawn, as they say.
Yo, I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit.
This nigga gonna say.
I tried to skip past it on the Purdue part. I was like, damn, he fucked that up. But damn, bro.
When you said that shit, I thought about Dunleavy. I'm like, nah, you tripping. Listen, ain't that worse?
Shaq dunked on everybody. What are we talking about? Who gives a fuck? Who didn't Shaq dunk on?
That wasn't Dunleavy, was it?
It was Chris Dudley. We just said this.
No, I said Dunleavy. When he said it, I thought of Dunleavy. I think was it Mike Dunleavy? Yeah, I think when he said it, I was like, Dunleavy.
So both of y'all was wrong, but yeah.
No, he was right. No, he was right. He was right. That's the boy who threw the ball at him when Shaq was going to make that.
It's Chris Dudley. It was Chris Dudley. It wasn't Mike Dudley.
I thought he said Dunleavy. That's what I thought he said.
Dre Olsen tag, motherfucker. Who gives a shit?
Right. Brian Reed.
That's another nigga.
Brian Reed.
Oh, nigga, they ain't seen that nigga in years. He passed away?
I think he is.
This remind me of he really.
Listen, we done killed off. You better make sure, because we done killed off one nigga.
Hey, bro, that's a fine if he not, bro.
You're right.
I done killed off a nigga already, so.
Bruh, you murdered a nigga.
You know the nigga won't even know.
Gone, yo.
He with us, bro. He still with us.
He still with us?
He's still with us.
He around.
Big country, right?
Yeah, he just had a birthday today.
Oh,
you killed him on his birthday?
Damn, bro.
Wow. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo,
Big country.
No.
You know who we thought we lost? Tractor Trailer. That's who passed away.
Yeah, Tractor Trailer.
All right, you right. Hey,
bro.
No, y'all not gonna y'all not gonna
birthday.
justify Tractor Trailer. Like Tractor Trailer, a big black nigga and a big white nigga. I mean, know what?
Bro.
He just turned 47.
Today. I took him out on his birthday. My bad.
Yo,
Big country.
What was he? He's a top 5 pick.
Big country went.
Wasn't he the first pick for the
six for the
first
Grizzlies.
pick for the Grizzlies though, right? Wasn't he the first pick?
I guess.
Yeah, he was the first pick.
So. Yeah.
Was that the day they started? Or the year they started?
That was the year they started. Yep.
In Vancouver.
Them in Toronto.
Yeah, in Vancouver. That shit ain't work.
Nah, it's too far. Vancouver far as shit.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to address this episode?
Nah, man. Hey, Nephi, I got something for you though.
What's that?
You know, we be watching the old basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the NBA app and click on hide the scores, you can trick yourself, and then you won't know who's gonna win the game, and then watch it regularly.
Yo, funny enough, I was watching that. Y'all know AI birthday was yesterday, so you know NBA TV. NBA TV was running all that.
Motherfuckers watching NBA TV. Yo, better than that.
Hold on, y'all.
Fucking trash, yo.
Yeah. Okay, y'all go. Is that cool? Cool been going for like 20 minutes. What the fuck?
He come back.
Cool came in for the boys to miss shit.
Yeah, I was subbing in my own ad libs too.
Yo, no, on some real shit though. AI was like, yo, to be that small, man. In them times,
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it was something crazy.
You are sick for watching NBA TV right now. I don't understand.
No, this what happened. What
Your
happened
mother,
was
every
listen.
time I see her,
Here we go.
relive this moment, I click the fuck off of that TV. Get the fuck out of here.
That's a Philly nigga for you though, right there. Yo, see what happened. Let me explain.
No,
this
listen. This what happened though. What happened was I was watching the interview him and Steve Smith. That was on, so I'm watching that.
What are they talking about?
Before we win the Hall of Fame. This is like a couple years ago.
He's been in the Hall of Fame for 5 years.
He ain't been in the Hall of Fame for 5 years, bro. He
How
won it
long
like
you been in the
2
Hall of
years
Fame?
ago. Like 2 years ago.
Exactly how much we don't give a fuck.
Shaq, Yao Ming all winning together. So I was watching that, and then the game came on, and he was just that nigga. He never seen a shot he ain't like.
Juice. Hey, Juice, did you find out what club that was that his jersey got retired at?
Oh, hard nah.
I'm watching the whole game right now.
I see.
Wow. Y'all motherfuckers is going to die without sports.
I can't watch this. I can't watch James Harden no more.
Speaking of that, Jay.
Yo, why he look like a fiend right now?
Go ahead,
He's smoking crack. Why he that skinny?